Hey, good morning. This is Rick Garza here once again to talk to you about the character and the habits and the life of a professional sales athlete. It's been a lot of fun and enjoyment as I've shared with you the ABCs of character-based selling these last few episodes. And just want to re-emphasize the fact that as a professional sales athlete, we need to continually ask ourselves, how can I improve? Only one person can be number one. No matter how hard you try, there's only one person that ends up at number one. But the one thing that you and I can do if we're not that person is knowing that we can strive to beat our best. And as you strive to beat your best, you become better. And as you become better, you drive more results. And eventually you will end up to, if not at the top, right near it. And I can tell you, from experience, it's not really crowded at the top. It's extremely crowded down at the bottom, but the higher you get, the more room there is to stretch and grow. So let's get back to the ABCs of character-based selling. I've covered the letters from A all the way through, I believe, is T. So let me just give you the names of those characters, and then we'll add a few more for this message. So attentiveness, boldness, character, determination, enthusiasm, faith, gratefulness, honor, initiative, joyfulness, kindness, love, that agape love, momentum, never giving up, optimism, perspective, quiet confidence, responsibility, self-control, and teamwork. Those are some powerful character traits, and I'd encourage you to go back to these last 3 episodes and review what we've discussed and what I've shared, and ask yourself, how can I build the habits that help build the character that are being defined and discussed here. We're going to cover a few today just based upon the time, but we're almost to the end. So the first one we're going to talk about is U for uniqueness. With uniqueness, you always have to remember that you are nature's greatest miracle. Og Mandino, in his book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, put together 10 scrolls, and one of those scrolls is specifically tied to that you are nature's greatest miracle. And what does that mean? What that means is that from your conception to your birth, to your growth, to who you are, there are so many things about you that are unique that no one else has ever, can ever, or will ever be duplicated to be just like you. And because of that, you have to accentuate your uniqueness. You don't have to be like everyone else, because if you're like everyone else, then they're going to go for the lowest price. What you need to be is different. You need to stand out. You need to be unique, and not only tell yourself you are, but believe it. And I don't have enough time to explain it, but the thing about a Stradivarius, the thing about a Steinway is that they have a master creator who made them with almost near perfection that others could not duplicate. But you know what? There's quite a few of those Stradivariuses, quite a few of those Steinways, but you know what? The great creator made you, and there is none like you. So accentuate your uniqueness. And then V is for virtue. Virtue is a moral excellence in my life as I consistently do what is right. In the world of character-based selling, no one is perfect, but we need to keep holding ourselves to a standard of perfection that would drive us more and more to this character trait of virtue. And it requires us to continually ask ourselves, is this an action? Is this a thought? Is this a motive? Is this an intention that I would be unashamed for others to know about? And if you have to question what you're going to do, maybe step back and say, from a perspective of being a man or a woman of virtue, is this the right approach? Maintain that moral excellence in your life, and you will consistently, over time, do what is right. And I'm going to stop right there just because we're pushing to the end of our 5 to 6 minute window. That'll give me a chance to cover the next 4 and finish up these ABCs of character-based selling. So I want to challenge you is not only to go back to the previous episodes to listen, but to step back and ask yourself, how can I develop these? And also recognize that for a lot of us, many of these things are already in our hearts and in our mind and in our actions and motives. And we need to acknowledge the fact that we are becoming better and better professional sales athletes. So congratulations to that. Congratulations to each one of you and myself as we push ourselves to be our best, to allow God to do the rest as we become the best professional sales athletes we can be. Take care.